Good morning. We all know that today we are taking the third part of our first chapter, Protectors of Biosphere. So, yesterday we have discussed about photosynthesis. We have seen about the structure of the chloroplast, and after photosynthesis, the final product, glucose, how it is stored, in which form the glucose is stored. Everything, all this we have covered in the last class, is it? So, before starting our new topics, I will show you the video that's showing the review of our last class. So, just view that.
In order for plants to grow, they need inputs of carbon dioxide, water, and energy. The chemical process by which plants use these resources to manufacture glucose, the building blocks of plants, is called photosynthesis. In the process, oxygen gas is produced as a byproduct. The energy for photosynthesis originates in the sun and arrives at the earth as sunlight. This light has both a wave and a particle nature. The particles, or photons, are the smallest units of light. Photons oscillate along a path, which is measured as wavelengths. The light emitted from the sun contains photons in a wide spectrum of wavelengths, called the electromagnetic spectrum. Photosynthetic organisms use only a small portion of the electromagnetic spectrum, called visible light. Photosynthetic organisms contain pigments that facilitate the capture of wavelengths of light in the visible light range. The color of the pigment comes from the wavelengths of light reflected. Plants appear green because they reflect yellow and green wavelengths of light. Red and blue wavelengths of light are absorbed by these pigments and provide the energy that is used for photosynthesis. Within eukaryotic photosynthetic organisms, also known as photoautotrophs, the chemical reactions of photosynthesis occur within plant cells in specialized structures known as chloroplasts. Photosynthesis consists of two sets of reactions, the light-dependent reactions and the Calvin cycle. Within the chloroplast are small disc-like structures called thylakoids, which are surrounded by a fluid-filled space called the stroma. The reactions that synthesize glucose, the Calvin cycle, occur in the stroma. The light-dependent reactions occur in the thylakoid. It is here that conversion of light energy to chemical energy is initiated. In most photosynthetic organisms, thylakoids contain pairs of photosystems, called photosystem 1 and photosystem 2, that work in tandem to produce the energy that will later be used in the stroma to manufacture sugars. The photosystems of the thylakoid consist of a network of accessory pigment molecules and chlorophyll, the molecules that absorb the photons of light. Within the pigment molecules, the absorbed light energy excites electrons to a higher state. Photosystems will channel the excitation energy gathered by the pigment molecules to a...
Okay, so now you have seen the structure of chloroplast in that, and you have seen the light absorbed by the pigments in the chloroplast. And all these things you have seen is in that video. And you have seen the chemical formula of photosynthesis. We have studied yesterday, that is 6O2 plus 12H2O gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. What is C6H12O6? C6H12O6 is the glucose. Then what we have studied yesterday, we have studied the difference between the light reaction and dark reaction, or light phase and dark phase. What is this light phase and dark phase? These are the two steps that is occurring in the photosynthesis. So we have told that the photosynthesis is taking place in two steps. One is the light phase and the other is the dark phase. Is it? So photosynthesis and the light phase of the photosynthesis is occurring in the grana of the chloroplast, and in this grana what is present? The photosynthetic pigments is present. Which are the photosynthetic pigments we have studied? chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, xanthophyll, and carotene. These are the photosynthetic pigments present in the gland of the chloroplast. Then we have studied about the stroma. In the stroma, dark phase or dark reaction takes place in the stroma, and the steps in the dark reaction is explained by the scientist Melvin Calvin. So the dark phase is also known as the Calvin cycle. So as a review of our yesterday's class, we can just see a difference between the light phase and dark phase. So yesterday we have studied about this. The light phase occurs in the brain of the chloroplast, and the dark phase occurs in the stroma of the chloroplast. Light is used in the light phase. Light is not used in the dark phase. Water splits and oxygen is released. Then hydrogen reaches the stroma. Energy in ATP is used to combine hydrogen and carbon dioxide to produce glucose. Then another thing happening in the light phase is light energy is converted to chemical energy and stored in ATP. ATP means adenosine triphosphate molecule. Is it clear for you? ATP is the adenosine triphosphate. So energy is stored in the form of adenosine triphosphate ATP. And this energy ATP is used to combine the hydrogen and carbon dioxide to form the glucose, that is C6H12O6. Is it clear? Then we have studied about what in the plant and what is happening. Yesterday we have discussed about the plants, the leaf, what is occurring at photosynthesis. After photosynthesis in the leaf, what we can see, yesterday's class we have told about that the photosynthesis. After photosynthesis, the byproduct is glucose. But that glucose cannot be stored as such in the leaves because glucose is easily soluble in the water. So it cannot be stored as glucose itself. So that glucose is converted as starch. So, but in the form of starch also it cannot be stored as it because starch is insoluble in water. But the plant needs energy for its different activities. So the food prepared should be used. So the starch is again converted into sucrose that can be transported to the phloem. Phloem is the vascular tissue that transports food materials from the leaf to different part of the plant. So through the phloem, that sucrose is transported, and in different plant parts, in different form that sucrose is stored. As starch in the tubers, protein in legumes, fat in oil seeds, fructose in fruits, and sucrose in the sugar cane. So these are the up to this we have discussed that in the previous class. Is it clear for you? I think up to this topic it's clear for you. Then today we have studied what plants is providing us food. Plants is providing us oxygen. And apart from all this, plants is providing us a wide range of job opportunities. Plants are having a high economic importance. Is it clear for you? How? So there comes a question. How the plants are economically important? Or how the plants are providing job opportunities for us? Is it clear for you? How it is provided? So for that question, the answer is all the plant parts, almost all the plant parts are economically important. Is it clear? So almost all the plant parts are economically important. And this a variety of value-added products can be used from a variety of value-added products is got from the plants. Is it clear for you? And the processing and marketing of these resources, these plant resources, offer a wide range of job opportunities for so many people. Is it clear for you how the plant is providing economic importance or how the plant is providing job opportunities? That is economically important plants. For example, rubber latex is used for different things. For that, so many people are needed, and so many humans are needed for behind that, and hard work. So many humans hard work are needed for converting the into a useful product, converting the rubber latex into a useful product. That is there. Another thing is coffee beans. We are using the coffee powder, is it? That is, we are getting from the coffee and coffee plant, is it? Then another thing, cocoa, the chocolates. We all know that chocolates are made from cocoa. Cocoa is the fruit of the plant, is it? So cocoa, from the cocoa, the chocolates are made. Likewise, there are so many, the pepper. Likewise, all these we are selling in the market. So for the manufacture and for the production of the variety of items from the plant products, what is needed? So many people's hard work is needed. So by this, so many people are getting a variety of job opportunities with the help of our plant products. So that's how our plants are providing a wide range of job opportunities for a large number of people. Is it clear for you? So we can understand from that what, and not only food and oxygen they are providing to us, but also they are providing a wide range of job opportunities for a large number of people. Is it clear for you? That is how the plants are economically important. Because the plant products we can sell in the market, and there are a variety of value-added products can be made from the plant products. And we have told that the sucrose, the sucrose that is formed after photosynthesis, that is stored in different plant parts in different forms. These different forms that is stored in different plant parts, we are using it economically for different purposes in our daily life activities. Is it? So that's how the plants are economically most important. Then another thing is the ocean ecosystem. We have discussed about the land only. In the land, the plants are the chief producers, we have told. Likewise, in the ocean, the algae and the small plants seen in the algae and the phytoplanktons. Phytoplanktons are the microscopic organisms freely floating, and that is freely floating in the ocean or the water bodies. They also conduct photosynthesis. They are also those plants, or they are conducting photosynthesis. They will release oxygen. So for about 70 to 80% of our atmospheric oxygen is contributed by the algae and the phytoplanktons. Is it clear for you? And the size of the algae and the color of the algae will be different. And according to the pigment present in the algae, according to the main pigment present in the algae, the color of the algae will be different. And algae may be green, red, or brown according to the main pigment present in them. One of the examples is sargassum. Sargassum is a brown algae. How it's getting the brown color? Because in it, the pigment present, the main pigment present, according to the main pigment present in it, it is having the brown color. And the name of that algae is sargassum. Is it clear for you? Then, the size of the algae vary from the minute, from the microscopic to meter long. So the small microscopic algae is present. Start from minute microscopic algae to meter long algae are also present in our oceans and water bodies. It's clear for you. And these algae are playing a major role in the oceans. So many plants, not only for oxygen and for the food also, so many organisms in the ocean are depending on the algae. So many small fishes feed on this algae, and these small fishes are fed by the large fishes, and these large fishes we are also depending on the ocean for so many food items, is it? So likewise, we have studied in the food chain, is it? Last year we have studied about the food chain. Likewise, as a food chain, as a food web, it is contributing. As it is taking place in the land, in the ocean also, organisms are depending on each other for the food. and we are also depending on the ocean for the food, and indirectly we are also getting the oxygen, that is the algae and the phytoplanktons present in the oxygen, present in the oceans, are providing what they are providing to us. They are providing the oxygen. About 70 to 80% of our Earth oxygen is provided by them. Is it clear for you? So how have you understood how the plants are helping us economically, and how the not only organisms or the plants present in the land, but the plants present in the oceans, that is the algae and the phytoplanktons, also playing a major role in contributing the oxygen and the food and other things for the organisms present in the land and ocean. Is it clear for you? Then another thing is chemosynthesis. Have you heard about chemosynthesis? Well, first time maybe hearing. We have heard about photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, the plants are depending on the light, and the light energy is converted into what? Chemical energy. And the plants are using it. The plants are converting the light energy into chemical energy. And the case of chemosynthesis, what is happening? That is, chemicals are break down to release energy. So instead of sunlight, in the case of chemosynthesis, chemicals are used to break down to release energy. Example, and that process is called as the chemosynthesis. Example for the organism that is take part in or chemosynthesis is sulfur bacteria that is present in the land and ocean is getting the energy through the process of chemosynthesis. These sulfur bacteria break down the chemicals and they are releasing the energy, and this energy is used by them for their life activities. Is it clear for you? So what is chemosynthesis? The breakdown of the chemicals for releasing the energy is called as the chemosynthesis. An example for an organism conducting chemosynthesis is sulfur bacteria. Sulfur bacteria is present on the land, and it is also present in the ocean also. This sulfur bacteria is breaking down the chemicals and they are releasing the energy. And this energy is used by them for various life activities. Another thing, next topic is plants are the wealth of our earth. Is it? So why the plants are told as the wealth of our earth? We all know that the services that is provided by the plants is unique. It cannot be unique means what? It cannot be replaced by any others. Is it? Can we provide oxygen to any organism? No. Or what we are doing? We are taking oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide. Can we prepare the food using carbon dioxide? Never. We can't prepare the food, or any other organism except the plants can't prepare the food using carbon dioxide. Is it? So no organism can provide oxygen, provide oxygen to the other organism, or no other organism can prepare food using the carbon dioxide. Only plants can prepare the food using carbon dioxide. Is it clear for you? So the plants, the services rendered by the plants is unique. And they are the cheapest and natural source of air purification. Only the plants can purify the air. That is, they are taking the carbon dioxide in our air and using it for the preparation of the food. And that process is called as photosynthesis. Is it? Then, so for example, so many, in the case of natural calamities, plants can protect us to a great extent from these natural calamities, such as in the case of flood, and the case of tsunami. In the case of tsunami, mangrove forest can protect us from the tsunami to a certain extent. About the bamboo forest and reed and vetiver And then vetiver means Ramachan. And is it clear for you? Then lemongrass. All these plants can protect the river banks from collapsing at the time of flood. Then what is present, the bushes and other trees present in the mountain areas prevent the landslide and the soil erosion that is occurring. So likewise, so many services are provided by the plants that cannot be replaced by any organism on our earth. Is it clear for you? So the services provided by the plant is really a unique one. So it's our duty to protect these natural resources, and it's our duty to protect the plants for our next generation. Otherwise, we have to. What will happen in our earth? Our earth will be existing without plants. If an earth exists without plants, what will be the result of that? We can't live in the earth without plants. Is it clear for you? But we are facing a dangerous situation in our future. That is, we are cutting down the plants. And in our future, we are going to face a condition that an earth without plants. We can't imagine an earth without plants because we can't exist anymore in an earth without plants, because we need oxygen and we need other things. We need other. We and other animals are always depending on the plants for different needs. Is it clear for you? So it's our duty to protect our natural resources. It's our duty to maintain the plant life on Earth. We should take a serious action against the destruction of the plants. We should take part in planting the plants. We should take care of it. Otherwise, we will be facing a dangerous situation. Our chapter name itself is the Protectors of Biosphere. Who are the protectors of biosphere? Plants are the protectors of biosphere. So the green plants are the protectors of biosphere. So we should protect these green plants. It's our duty, or it's our responsibility to protect our natural resources of plants. And we have, in this chapter itself, we have studied about, in the first part, we have studied about the global warming. And we have studied in that plants can resist global warming to a certain extent. How this global warming is happening? And this global warming is an after effect of the over interference of human beings. All the things we are suffering here on the land, it's only because of our activities. Which are activities? We all know that. Every year we are telling, every year extreme summer, or flood. And we are now experiencing flooding every year. Is it? What's the reason for that? It's because of the climatic change, weather condition that is occurring in our earth. How this climatic change is occurring? It's only because of the destruction of our plants. In our earth, the forest is diminished, and we are taking a census. Our 3/4 of our forest area is diminished from our earth. Only a small area is under the forest. As the population is increasing, and human needs are increasing. You all know that the paper we are using, do you know from what object, using what raw material it is made? It is using the plants itself it's made. Is it? So likewise, each thing in our daily life, if you are checking, is can we live without the plant service? Can we live? We can't. So if the plant existing is no more, our existence also will be no more. That you should make. That you should always remember. Is it clear for you? So our chapter is finished. And what are the topics we have gone through in this chapter? We have started with the global warming, and then we have studied about the structure of the chloroplast, and what is photosynthesis, what are the pigments present inside the chloroplast we have studied, and what is the structure of the chloroplast? It is a double-layered membrane. It consists of the grana and stroma. Grana is the fat-like structures arranged one above the other to form the grana. Thylakoids arranged one above the other to form the grana. And the fluid present is the stroma, and the photosynthetic pigments are present in the grana. And the photosynthesis takes place in two steps, that is light phase and dark phase. Light phase takes place in the grana, and the dark phase takes place in the stroma of the chloroplast. And then what we have studied, what happens to the glucose? That is the final product of photosynthesis. What is happening for it? That we have studied, and what are the different types in which the sucrose is stored in each plant part, and what is the economic importance of plant that we have studied, and what is the unique, so what are the, why plants are told to be, they are providing a unique service, and why we are telling like that, we have discussed about that, and all these things, we have discussed, and finally we got an answer that what green plants are the protectors of the biosphere, and it is the duty of us to protect and preserve them. And all these topics we have covered, and also we have covered about the importance of the ocean ecosystem, and the algae, phytoplanktons, then chemosynthesis, all these things we have covered. So read the chapter very well, study the topics. If you are having any doubt, ask me personally in our WhatsApp number. So we are writing our first chapter. Study well and complete your notes up to date. Okay, thank you.